and girls, saints, and sinners. Oh wait, shit, that's the wrong channel. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azothan, and we are back with a little bit more Warcraft 3. That's right, we're back on Lordaeron the Foremath, as you might expect, because we're going to try to celebrate and keep these shoutcasts coming and going until Reforged comes out, just to keep the hype train going. So, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick once over here for those of you who may or may not be new. I don't think anyone's ever going to be new again, but that's alright. Let's just pretend like there are. Lordaeron the Foremath is a Warcraft 3 custom map set before and during the events of the Third War. It involves 12 players given control of two factions, good and evil, and ultimately their job is to win the game. Now, this starts off as a large 6v6 kind of a map and eventually breaks down into a number of warring factions. And I love the fact that Cordiarity here is creating his consortium elementals utilizing these mana forged crystals, and he's going to be taking over some of the creeps, getting ready. He manages to sneak Archeron from deep down south. Our Draenei player saving some of the people from Tellar, bringing them up for the last stand here at Tempest Keep, pumping out a few more Elec warriors, going to get that frontline powerhouse going early on against evil. Now, we're going to have two big fights to go ahead and pay attention to early on, and remember, it's not that big of a deal. Okay? It's not that big of a deal that you survive for a super long time as the Draenei. That's just not going to happen 99% of the time. But what is important is that you delay just a little bit. And hold on, I was going to say, we are going to have a third fight to keep an eye on. So 3 fights. You have the Draenei versus the Orcs and Demons and Outlands. You have the Dragonmaw clan assaulting Farstrider Lodge. And as always, you're going to have the undead holding on to Scholomance here in the northern part of Lordaeron, waiting for the humans, the Silverhand, Lordaeron, Highborn, Dalaran, that 4-man team to come wreck his shit. Meanwhile, Draenei have a 4-man team coming at them. Shadow Council, Dark Horde, Burning Legion, and potentially some forces from the Burning Legion. Wait, no, yeah, I said... I'm sorry, other people are busy doing things too. They have a 3-man team coming for them, but that's okay. They have a less solid starting position. Now, Jorlorn's already abandoned his base here, bringing Haldurin Brightwing down south into the Badlands. He's going to spar briefly with the Dark Horde and then realize, no, that's actually the worst idea I've ever had, and perhaps I should go ahead and just get the fuck back out. I've got a good idea, Oh, it's a terrible idea, And what he's going to do here is snipe some... Ooh. Actually, not that good. He needs to be careful. He's managed to piss off Janter. Doesn't lose any of his archers, which is a nice move. He did manage to get some of the creeps, kill off 1 or 2 of Janter's units, and yeah, those frost arrows are very frustrating to deal with. Let's go ahead and check in on the Draenei and see how they're fighting. Alright, Cordy, I'm proud of you. Looks like he's going to fight on the first Mana Forge Crystal. This is a brilliant idea, and it will give him the advantage. Calithuania. Ooh, may lose Kargath Bladefist. Got a little bit too aggressive. Didn't realize the light shards do quite as much damage as they do. And that's 1 hero down. A nice win for our Draenei players early on. Alright, now what are we going to see here? Let's check 1-1 upgrades from Cordy. Let's go ahead and check in on his units up north. Silverhand's usually busy down south, so he doesn't join the allies that are going to be assaulting Scholomance. And the undead, yeah, Cult of the Damned immediately going for this towering technique. Really splits up the enemy lines, makes it difficult for them to group up, and overall just, I don't know, it adds this beefiness in the form of fortified armor that can distract the enemy army and keep your casters from dying too quickly. Calithuania needs to be careful. He's throwing away his elite units. A Shattered Hand Chosen goes down to the Draenei, seemingly sacrificed for the old gods. And the dwarves. Have they entered the fight yet? Let's check on Sky Panda. By the way, I didn't do a really good introduction at first, but we have Janter as the Dragonmaw, Nukester as Lordaeron, Qwerty 321 as Silverhand, Mindlek as Cult of the Damned, Jorlorn as the Elves, Red Felix as the Shadow Council, Calithuania as the Dark Horde, Sky Pinde as the Dwarves, probably not Bear as Dalaran, Sylvanas as the Burning Legion, Iron Eel controlling the Lich King, and Hilista controlling the Highborn. Let's go ahead and hop back into it and see where the fook everyone is. Magnai Bronzebeard and his buddies seemingly protecting the Dwarven Siege Cannon. Jorlorn's brought some Dragon Riders over here. He can like net the flying units to prevent them from aiming down that Dwarven Siege Cannon, which is a great idea. I like that we have so many Kurenai scouts dropping these Sigils of Wrath. Again, little tiny bombs that the enemy has to slowly pick away at. If they run an army over it, it will wipe them quickly. Shadow Council gets a little bit too close. They don't want to deal with the Draenei Force full on. Oh, I would have taken that Infernal Machine. That's just a personal point, though. Not a huge thing. Alright, back up to it. Dragonmaw Clan continues to take over Dwarven fortresses and solidify his control points around his base of Dragonmaw Port. And up north, we still have not seen the Alliance willing to jump in yet. Hallista creating reproducing structures up here, a few Elven barracks to go ahead and just pump out the units, make sure he doesn't run low. Dalaran, I have no idea where he is. They're really going to need him. He's been creeping most of the map, taking over, trying to get himself some gold. And yeah, I mean, that's great and all, buddy, but if you don't get up there and help your allies with some dispels, that's his main job. That's really his main job. Not losing Sylvanas Windrunner in this fight, and the Highborn utilizing his elite units to go ahead and dispel as many summons as he can is priority number one. Alright, Draenei suddenly pushed back, and it looks like Red Felix actually not giving a fuck, trying really hard to go ahead and chain lightning, fell lightning blast. He's retreating Exodari. Does a lot of damage, but a number of them do manage to escape with the help of Vindicator Maraud. They're going to be fine. They're going to be just fine. For now, that is. Hey, do you think maybe it's a bad idea for us to fight all these fucking demons in their hometown? Do you think we just leave, maybe? Yeah? Yeah? I mean, we got a full tank of gas. We could just piss right off. Alright, a little back and forth. A little bit of teasing going on here. Dragonmaw Clan has been allowed to run amok right now, and I think Sky Penda needs to get out here and really just lay the hammer down. Let's check what the upgrades are like. 0-0 across the board for both Dragonmaw and Dwarves. That's fine. I think it still favors the Dwarves, especially when you have Jorlorn over here utilizing Halduran Brightwing, aiming down the catapults. Such a huge source of damage, and he is intelligently noticing that. He has targeted them down. Alright, Elec Warriors on the front line, trying to get into the back here, utilize the stomp, but no, as soon as they get close, Grandmaster Vorpal activating Karabun, giving a dome of invulnerability to those units. Draenei intelligently back it up, realizing they can't do damage to anything under that dome for a few seconds. Gonna use the mana for charged crystals. He can use them for a dome of invulnerability as well. I'd say get up onto that top one, activate that, defend from there for a bit, maybe pump out. He's got 700 gold in the bank. He could probably win this fight if he were to reinforce. And Maru casting kind of an arcane barrage spell. He has a number of them. An AoE clap as well. It's quite powerful. Remember, you can't use all of his mana or else he won't be able to teleport your Dread Eye to safety, which is important for later on. Vindicator Maraud on the front lines, repelling the evil. And he stands as a bastion of righteousness. I don't know why he's got a Dwarven accent, but he fucking does. Sigils of Wrath still on the ground. Enemy has to be careful, and Consortium Elementals summoned from the Mana Forge Crystal. I like it. He's going to be able to hold for a while. What is this? Looks like Iron Eel. Just throwing some units in some transport ships and harassing the islands. I like it. Take away this early game source of income and lumber for Jorlorn. Just frustrate the shit out of him. Let's see. Looks like we have some long-range siege going on as Mind Leech continues to just buff up this base. However, some flesh golems that he made trapped by his own spirit towers. They're too fat to get to the front line. This big group of destroyers is going to be great for getting rid of all the buffs that they tend to be. Oh, and this is a weird move. Purple said, you know what, screw Scholomance. Who cares about Scholomance? Sure, it used to be a place of arcane learning. Fuck that, who wants that? I want to kill me some orcs. So they headed down south, joined up with the dwarves, and now they're mollywomping the way right through these forces. Janter on the retreat now, facing elves, mages, and dwarves. The only advantage he has is getting as many units to safety and counting on this Dragon's Breath cannon to do terrible damage to that army. Just blowing them up, baby. Purple's like, oh shit, they're invisible, but that doesn't matter. That thing does a huge amount of damage. Light blue is over here just whooping ass. Gathered up on his Mana Forge crystals, continuing to defy the Shadow Council and the Burning Legion. And the Dark Horde. He is really buying time for his allies. I think the Legion's going to lose because Light Blue is giving up such a good fight right now. That being said, the Undead are getting a great spot because Dalaran didn't decide to come do dick all. And, okay, now we have a small force of Dark Green combined with High Elves and Ranger Corps. But I don't think it's enough. If I'm being quite honest, ladies and gentlemen, I think somebody's about to get a proper dicking if they're not careful. And here's Dalaran realizing, oh, never mind, the fight has started. Let's go ahead and teleport in and help. And I think the Shadow Cult of the Damned is going to realize that Mind Leech should back it up into his base right now. Go ahead and retreat for the moment. He had a good thing going, but with Dalaran here, it's kind of over. Dalaran leaving his allies in the south sort of in the lurch, and a weird choice by Skypenda to build his new barracks within range of this Dragon's Breath cannon. Again, just questionable. Not saying he's a fool or anything. It's a weird choice. It's a weird choice. I feel like the Burning Legion's about to finish off our Draenei, and they did. Draenei managed to get his units out, QWERTY teleporting Vindicator, Maraud, and the rest of them to safety. They will come back later on as an event for the Silver Hand, turning them into the Light's Hope, as Velen and everyone else joins against the forces of evil later on. And the dwarves are going to make a go of it. Skypenda perhaps not realizing exactly how badly his ass can get whooped by just the forces here, not even the defenses here. Doesn't seem to have support from his allies. And, oh shit, the Dark Horde. It looks like Jorlorn was defending the flank here, but the Dark Horde, now that the light blue is destroyed, totally ready to come whip some ass. Jorlorn's going to need to back up, and I hope his dwarven allies realize this is a bad time. He's about to get stomped. And King Magnai Bronzebeard is on the front line. I think he's retreating now. Might realize the danger, but I don't think it's been in time. The dwarves are going to try to retreat here, but they have to run through an entire hostile enemy army. And I think they know that if they take out Magnai Bronzebeard, he's not coming back. Lord Oathmar Garethos goes down. I believe there are 2 fights here. Oh my god, so did Prince Galen Trollbane as well. And the gates open here. And 2 Orcish armies crush the dwarves between them. Oh, what a loss. Huge army of dwarves completely taken out, and I think Magnai is probably fucked as well. Oh shit, yeah, no, Magnai managed to get out just barely, but his entire army was destroyed. Nukester up north. He lost Garethos. How goes the fight? I think that may have been on purpose, if I'm not fucking... We're not going to tell you the name of this replay, because I think it's a spoiler at this point, but I think I know what's about to happen. Alright. Allies' town is under siege. The dwarves have been pushed back. They have, dick all. I like the fact that Jorlorn was willing to build elven guard towers and power generators here, but Skypenda, with not a whole lot of money in the bank, mass-producing riflemen. If I was him, I'd get a couple dwarven siege towers and mortar teams, and that's it. And just hope that Dalaran is going to teleport back down as soon as Dunalgaz Station gets hit. It's really the only hope. That and the cannon on top of this are going to be what holds off the Dark Horde and the Dragon Maw. Let's check upgrades. 1 upgrade into defense for our Dark Horde player. Alright, again, he is kind of the meat wall of the team, so that's fine. I like it. Red Blackhand, he's got a lot of melee characters. Even his air units are big, beefy boys. Look at 2,500 health on a flying unit with multi-shot. I always love sneaking those in behind enemy caster lines and or ranged units and just watching them melt. Let's go ahead and watch where Dalaran's heading. Probably not Bear. Alright, I think you know where you need to teleport to. A huge group of Dalaran constructs that he's made. Oh, alright. Again, usually I would go for pure casters and summons, but it feels like he wants to go for more of a construct sort of Dalaran. And that's badass. I like the idea. Creating life from which there was none. Gonna need help in the south soon, says Jorlorn. Oh, yes you are. Let's check it on blue, because Iron Eel's decision to attack is ultimately going to... Well, now I'm confused. He doesn't have that much money. I don't see that much creeping having gone on. There's a lot of uncreeped camps here in Northrend. This is an issue. He has... What the fuck? Has he even gone in... Okay, so he did go into a Jolnarub. It seems like he's claimed that Bug City, but not a lot else. I'm wondering at his inactivity. There's the army that I was wondering if it existed. 1-4 upgrades. Okay. he's getting upgrades. It's heavy into the defense. The Nerubian Guards are one of the tankiest early game spammable units. You can have like 12 of them out. Meat Wagons getting one upgrade into their damage is smart. You got to break that thing. He has a Scroll of Town Portal, so I don't know where the teleport's coming in, but it's coming. And at the same time, we have evil massing down south. Oh, aye. Oh, aye. Alright, I don't know what Janter's doing. He's gotten Zulahead the Wagged, which is a fun little caster hero, but now it's gonna die, and I don't know if it's a one-shot kill kind of thing? No, it's not. Morgor's still here. Doesn't have his little Blade Master hero. He does get Zulahead the Wagged, which is a nice hero with some decent repair and health restoration abilities. Looks like Red Felix is spamming Fell Sabers, trying to take out Dun Algaz Station. May need to... His own cannon towers are going to do more damage to Dun Algaz Station than anything else. If it goes down, so does that tower. You can kill one, or you can target the cannon tower separately. Let's see some repairs. There we go. Dwarves already on it. There's a nice use of those free summons from his summoning prisms. Again, I'm a big fan of the Shadow Council, mostly because you can have a very small force of just like one group of Warlocks, one group of Shadow Necrolites, some Flyers, and your hero group, and you can be all over the map causing insane amounts of disruption for the size of your force. Everyone else you have to spam and just have big groups of constantly producing units, but your Warlocks have your summons, your Shadow Necrolites bring undead units back to life, your air units can dispel, do AoE damage, and then your Death Knights are summoning, doing AoE damage. It's such a satisfying fucking race. And this is bad, because I know exactly what that sound portends, and it's a bad Arthas. He's a bad boy. Arthas went north, got... Oh no, Arthas. Alright, so by the way, there's been a little bit of restructuring here in the world. The Death Gate is now properly positioned where it should be. The Wrath Gate is right in front of it. Arthas took the sword, nom, and now Nukester is dead for all intents and purposes. He's lost his last hero. Everything has been destroyed. Plague now, he says. We got Dark Green. Iron Eel. Dark Green has betrayed his people and become Arthas Menethil. Captain Falric has joined him, and now his undead legions will assault his once homeland. And in the south, in the meantime, the Alliance is trying to defend against the Legion team. And I don't know what you do in this situation. You've got two extremely scary... Oh, Grandmaster Vorpal's a dick. He's got a spell that can turn units into fell constructs. I'm not sure if it works on... He seems to be doing it to all of his Necrolites. Just turning them into these fell constructs, which I very rarely do. But I suppose if you had some damaged unit that was, in a fight and almost dead, using that would be a smart move. A little bit of hit and run tactics here. Cat and mouse trying to draw them within range of the cannon tower. I like to see that. Taking out the horde forces of the horde bit by bit. Claiming an elite, an elite unit here. A hero there. Kargath tries to retreat. Summons from the Death Knights, the Fell Lords. They got a decent splash, but it's not going to be enough. And again, Dark Green reclaims his homeland of Lordaeron, gains another level, and another bit of advantage for the evil team. This is a bad situation. The Plague has been launched, meaning that Noth the Plaguebringer and some units spawned in Scholomance, and a number of greater Plague Cauldrons have sprung up around Lordaeron. One in Tirisfal Forest, Silverpine Forest. That one goes down immediately. Purple teleporting up north to take care of that, but that leaves his allies and him rather... oh no, King Magnai's got to back up. He's being focused down very quickly by the Legion here. Back it up, buddy. Back it up. You can hear dwarves dying bit by bit. The brave bear riders doing their best. And Jorlorn is doing his job. I guarantee you he's got a lot of upgrades into his attack. Yes, he does. 3-2. Oh, and the flank by the dwarves. Siege engines and bear warriors coming from the back. I'd love to see him focus down the demolishers, but it is enough of a distraction that I think Sylvanas Windrunner and her allies are going to be able to push this back. Legion team, a bit of embarrassment. Here comes reinforcing Fell Sabers from the summoning prisms. Gonna need some dispels on that, or else they will do high damage to those elven archers. Looks like there's a focus fire attempt as well. Sylvanas teleports and stuns in, and now they're gonna aim down Sylvanas while they can. Nope, there goes a dispel. And the dwarves need to back up. The mortar teams are now under assault, and you want to keep as much siege alive as you can before you retreat into the base. Plenty of towers, and the arcane shield generators are going to go ahead and purge/stun approaching units. There we go. Some reinforcing units from Sky Penta. He doesn't have a lot of money, but he's got enough to make a stand. And in the meantime, the undead are tearing through Tirisfal Monastery. Cult of the Damned, Lich King, and the betrayed forces of the Scourge under Arthas' control are going to now wreak havoc. And Dalaran might be picking a fight he can't win all by himself. They've got to finish one front before they try to crush another. If Dalaran had stayed here and just wiped out Gruul the Dragon Killer, maybe pushed them back all the way to the portal, then you got to go up north and try to defend what's left. Accepting the death of Tirisfal Monastery is totally okay. True, it's holy ground and it's a great place to fight, but they just don't have it in them right now. The Alliance Bastion with multi-shot doing its best to take out some units before it goes down, but this never-ending wave of summon units from Cult of the Damned can be difficult to deal with, especially when you have Arcanecromancers turning corpses into permanent abominations. Let's go ahead and check on QWERTY. We haven't seen him in a bit. He's been holed up in Tyr's hand, it would seem. And, oh no. Sylvanas, the Burning Legion, after realizing that their assault on Unruly Station was not going to yield the results they hoped for. Well, I'll tell you what, he's a dick, so one of those Dreadlords, Mal'Ganis, goes ahead and activates an event that only happens once the Plague has been launched. It allows him to spawn his own group of undead minions and a Great Plague Cauldron here in the Eastern Plaguelands. And if he can get them over, there we go, into Stratholme, they start turning the population into undead, just like the campaign. Zombies will spawn here for a good 2 or 3 minutes, continuously assaulting the city from within and without, making it nearly impossible to hold unless the Silverhand can really get up there quickly. And he's very hesitant. Man, QWERTY, for such an early game awesome hold, you have turned into kind of a wuss. The forces of the Highborn, led by Lorthamar Theron, straight out of Quel'Thalas. Oh, and Lorthamar gets surrounded, may be killed by the Dreadlords, and backs out just in time. But hey, good news is, it's undead versus undead. It would appear that the Lich King has unallied his demonic allies, and now, if they meet on the field, they will fight each other. Upgrades seem to favor Blue right now with 1/6 upgrades, meaning that his defense is fully upgraded. It's going to be difficult for anyone to beat him. The Alliance is all spread out. I think the Dwarves and... yes, the Dwarves and Ranger Corps are trying to make an attempt to push out right now. Ranger Corps realizes he can aim down heroes pretty easily, but Jorlorn may be cut off by the Dark Horde. Summons from Ren Blackhand, and they're going to suffer some damage, but they're going to escape mostly unimpeded. Sylvanas teleports back down south, realizing he had an opportunity to aim down Sylvanas. That would just add another team to the undead, I should let you know. If Sylvanas is killed by the demons, specifically the undead actually, she will turn evil, and I think Stratholme cannot be saved. Its population turned entirely into zombies. In service of the Burning Legion. Tyrion Fordring is running all over the place, trying to do what he can. And there's the rest of the undead forces. A small defense being attempted here by the Highborn. Come on, I believe in you, Hellista. And, yep, Tio really wants this base. He's ignoring almost everything, and he's just forcing his units in there. Weird choice not to close the gates. QWERTY could have closed these gates and prevented at least a little bit of this. He's got 600 gold in the bank, 3,000 lumber. Ultimately, I mean, that comes out to what, like another 1,200 lumber total? Yeah, he has 1,200 gold total that he could be spending on defense right now, and he's not. So I'm wondering what he's planning. We haven't checked in on Dalaran in a while. They're still running around, actually kind of winning these fights. Greater Plague Cauldron zombies still alive, still doing damage, but I don't know where Dark Green's run off to. That's probably Dark Green teleporting in. Yeah, he went back to Northrend for some reason. And now he's teleporting here to fight Dalaran outside the gates of Lordaeron City. Otherwise, he's going to lose it. So many fights going on all at the same time. We're going to try to keep an eye on him. I think Stratholme is just down. And let's go ahead and see how Unruly Station holds. Mightily, in fact. 1 upgrade into defense for the Dwarves. Let's check everyone else. 2 into defense for Red Felix and the Shadow Council. I guess just hoping that his summoned units are going to have a little bit more squish to him. Ooh, that was a volley. I don't know if you guys caught that, but Sky Penta needs to move some units back. Nice combination of demolishers identifying where the mortar teams were. And there was even a spell cast on there to do some extra damage. Shit biscuits. Yeah, that's Zulahead. Janter and Caluthuania working together to take out a big chunk of mortar teams right there. And I think the dwarves are in trouble now. They do manage to take out Rend Blackhand. They're going to retreat further into the base, allowing these arcane shield generators to do their best. Maybe that's what they were targeting. Oh no, and Magni goes down. Shield of the Mountain King needs to be grabbed by Jorlorn. You grab the fucking item, dude. Alright, Shield of the Mountain King now in the hands of Sylvanas, Windrunner. And I think he may choose to completely abandon this base, realizing that there's no hope for the dwarves now. Falstad Wildhammer and his Griffins really would have been a lot of help here in these choke points. Taking out... I mean, they could still fly in there, take out all the Demolishers and win this fight. I think Jorlorn even realizes they could win this fight. Dwarven Siege Cannon will go down. Targeted by Grandmaster Vorpal and the Death Knights. That threat is now removed for the evil team. But Jorlorn's got a nice little choke point and a lot of defensive structures here to take advantage of. I think evil team's going to have to be content with what they've managed there. And oh my god, Shadow Council... I'm sorry, Burning Legion and Cult of the Damned are now fighting over the remnants of Stratholme. This is kind of badass. I'm sorry, like, this is... Can we just get a, like, nice slow scroll on that? Oh, it's beautiful. Now the advantage, actually it's 0-4 upgrades on both sides, neither side putting anything into their melee damage. This'll be a brawl for a while though. I mean, sorry, I'm like overwhelmed by how goddamn badass this is and how much I want to see this play out. Ooh, but I think Cult of the Damned is going to ultimately win this. Unfortunately, they have more siege, they have more summons, and they have more air support overall. Legion Undead team it's great for a little while, but that's not his true focus, and all he's done is just kind of clear the way for Cult of the Damned to now claim this space, Stratholme, as his own. He will get a number of units created for himself as well once he takes over. Dunalgas Station is completely done now. Oh! Oh! But there hath been a betrayal! I don't know why, but it has just happened. I have to wonder, by the way, what's going on here, because I think I know. Janter and Skypenda may be preparing to ally with each other. Janter has betrayed his allies. He is now all on his own as the Twilight's Hammer Clan, serving the Old Gods. Now, there are a number of races that can serve the Old Gods. It includes the Dwarves. After they get Moira Tharasan, they can change to the Old God team, as well as the Undead, or I should say the Lich King, once the throne is destroyed. Speaking of, Ironeel, where the furk are you? Eastern Plaguelands duking it out with the Silver Hand. That's where the Silver Hand is bed. Whole time Stratholme's getting wrecked. He was been there. And QWERTY, whoa, very quickly activating his Draenei event, which gave him the base down here in Outland, the Draenei Temple of Shattrath City. He has teleported a doll. Yes, there's a doll. He's teleported a doll up north. And once he can get Velen up to level 15, he can activate another cool event. He has to be careful because Velen is being clearly targeted right now. Frostworm's slowing him down. The rest of the army trying to group up around him. QWERTY, gotta back the fuck up, bro. QWERTY, gotta back the fuck up. Those Death Knights are all over Velen. He wants to take out Velen. He knows it's a one-hit kill kind of hero. Velen sneaks away. Blue still focusing on trying to take the hero down. And we may get a few Knights trapped here and there. Tyrion, don't get caught. Vindicator Marauder. Alright, the Alliance does manage to escape the grasp of the Lich King for now. But for how much longer? Pretty soon we're going to see reinforcements coming out of Stratholme from Cult of the Damned. And, I mean, there's such a meat wall coming at them because the Undead team seems to be focusing mostly on defensive upgrades. Check in on Nukester while we can, who is busy fighting Dalaran. It probably has been for a while. Dalaran fighting a retreat movement here through Silverpine Forest. Let's check the upgrades. 3-3 upgrades for our Nukester team. The Scourge. Dalaran got 3 into his magic damage. Holy shit. God, Nukester is tearing through Dalaran right now. Alright, down through Silverpine Forest, Nukester is taking this fight. Now I gotta figure out what's gonna happen in the south, because there's this weird situation with the dwarves and the Ranger Corps still kind of are annoying Evil Team enough that Evil Team can't really go and kill Twilight's Hammer Clan now, but I know they want to. So we gotta kind of check in on everyone individually to see where their armies are. Alright, just south of the Rio Grande, JK, Lockbadon. Red Felix, where you at? This is a good game, by the way. It's a really good game filled with some good players. Mind Leech. Oh, okay. Mind Leech is actually telling the Highborn to fuck off because his ally's busy killing off Tyr's hand. They're both gonna get all up in Tyr's hand. Ooh! Summoning the eggs around Velen. Again, trying to go for that aim. The Knights are very difficult. These Paladin Knights are going to be difficult for the Undead team to kill. They keep trying to focus down Velen. They want that one-hit kill hero gone. And once they're within range of a doll, the fight changes significantly. Holy Ground does not favor the Undead team. It's like Cult of the Damned kind of being driven out. I don't know where our High Elven guy is. Ballista. Oh shit, he teleported into Tyr's hand to help his ally. Alright, badass. I don't know if the Undead are actually going to make a push here. I know they want to kill a doll, but it's almost like bait, right? It's bait to lure him into this choke point. Let the Holy Ground do its work. Tyrion Fordring goes down. I believe he can be resurrected. You've got to be careful, though. Don't want to give your allies that kind of experience too often. And the Undead will be pushed back until the Cult of the Damned slips in from the north, goes through Light's Hope Chapel. Thanks, Gray. Oh, God, no! Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, guys, this is really bad. Jorlorn's pink, which means it's a 4-man Undead team now. Oh, no. Oh. I mean, this is... Oh, no. Shit. Alright, well, what just happened is that the Ranger Corps lost Sylvanas Windrunner in a fight with an Undead team, and she has been raised as the Banshee Queen, joining Team Undead, or as we call it, Team Totally Fucked. And totally gonna win. So, let's go ahead and stop it here. This will be part 1. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the one, the only, the Azothan, and thank you for watching Lordaeron the Foremath. This is part 1 of 3. I look forward to seeing you all in the next part. Please tune in tomorrow, and make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you can do to show us that you're loving the content, that you're gonna come back, and that when Reforged comes out, we're gonna have a computer that can show this beautiful game in the way that it deserves to be shown. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.